What is a breakout room? I showed all my proof. I showed all the proof. I showed the proof, Mr. Sean Perkins. What is it? Is it my, what is it? My complexion?
Have a good day, Mr. Have a good
It's
day,
my
Mr.
complexion, isn't it, buddy?
February 2024, a routine traffic case in Detroit. No insurance, no registration, simple misdemeanor. But what should have been a 5-minute hearing turned into an 8-month nightmare for one defendant. Why? Because he called Judge Sean Perkins uneducated, made gestures about his skin color, accused him of racial bias, and kept going even after multiple warnings. Now, 8 months later, he's back in court. And Judge Perkins hasn't forgotten. Watch what happens when disrespect meets accountability. This is contempt of court and the psychological warfare that comes with it.
Gubin, case number SP1411448, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood F. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Gubin.
Joshua Paul Gubin.
All right, good morning,
Your
Chief,
Honor,
sir.
for purposes of arraignment, we would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
And we'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. We'll give him a $0 bond. No valid. Hold on a second. No valid registration, never acquired plates, and no insurance misdemeanor. Do you have documentation for this vehicle, Mr. Gubin?
Yes, I do.
Where are they?
Here's the registration.
Hold it up. Let's see what you have. Personalized pickup round, Joshua 1720. That's expired.
But it's still, I registered.
Almost the third month of.
Already sold the truck. Like it's sold, but I don't know. They took it. First bought the truck. I got license plate right
after.
now.
I understand what you're saying. Say that again.
I had just bought the truck when I got ticketed, and I immediately got the truck registered and fully insured right after, but I sold the truck.
Do you have a vehicle in your name, sir? Now?
Yeah, I do.
Let's see what you have for that vehicle, registration and insurance.
Okay. I have my Progressive app.
You want to send me you want to send it to my email address, sir?
Sure.
I'm gonna put my email address in the chat.
Okay.
I'm looking for valid registration and insurance, please. Let's pass the matter until Mr. Gubin gets those documentations to us. Let's go back on the record with Mr. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gubin. I have a insurance
top right
policy.
corner. It's my wife and me.
Quiet, Mr. Gubin.
I have an insurance policy here. The only thing about this is I don't see a valid date.
Oh God, you cannot be serious. Do you not see the Ram truck right there?
I'm serious. I'm serious.
I'm surprised I'm not getting the same courtesy as the others. This is blowing.
I'm giving you the same courtesy. I'm giving you an opportunity to show me some proper documentation. You showed me some invalid registration first.
Sir, the truck is gone, sir. The truck is it got stolen from me at gunpoint. Insurance paid me off for the truck.
Okay. That is not
the policy that you asked for, and you're not satisfied. And I showed you valid proof that the truck was registered.
Please,
Mr. Gubin. Don't say anything, Mr. Berry. Don't say anything, Mr. Berry. Mr. Gubin.
What did he say?
Mr. Gubin.
All I was trying to say was I'm extremely sick. I'm literally throwing up right now.
Listen to me. I'm not, we're not gonna talk like this. I'm gonna talk and you're gonna listen, and I'm gonna give you an opportunity to talk. All right. So first of all, don't accuse me of not giving you the same courtesy as everybody else, because that's absolutely not true. I don't have to dismiss these cases and just because you said you had insurance. I can send you straight to trial or make you or not make you take the deal. I can't make you do anything, but I'm trying to give you an opportunity to show me valid documentation, okay?
And I'm trying to.
And I don't see, what I told you is, I don't see a proper date on this insurance policy that you sent me.
All right, I'm going to show you this registration that I had on the Ram, and you will see what day that ticket was issued and what day this registration was issued, which was a month or two after the ticket. So the truck was registered and plated, fully insured after I received the tickets.
So show me the insurance policy, the portion of the policy that has the expiration date. You showed me that registration. 1/7/2024.
So you're asking to see if what? A valid what?
I'm asking to see the date on the insurance policy. You gave me an insurance policy. I have that, but it has no date on it.
All I showed was proof that the truck was insured, registered.
All right, I'm not gonna deal with it. All right, let's set a trial date. Set a trial date.
I'm trying to get this dismissed. This is this is literally holding me back right now.
You get it dismissed on the date of trial. Date of trial.
Nice. Thanks for no, I see clear as day why I'm not getting the same courtesy. Your name is Sean Perkins? Yeah, okay. I will.
That's the last time I checked.
Let's be crystal clear about what happened in February. Judge Perkins asked for valid insurance and registration. Standard procedure. The defendant, Joshua Gubin, sent documents, but they were either expired, incomplete, or had no dates. When the judge pointed this out, Gubin exploded. He accused the judge of not giving him the same courtesy as others. Then he said the judge's name, Sean Perkins, like it was an accusation. Then came the line that sealed his fate. Mr. Uneducated Judge. And then he gestured at his own face, stretching his skin, implying the judge was biased because of race. That's not disagreement. That's contempt. Under Michigan Court Rule 3.606, judges have the authority to hold individuals in contempt for conduct that obstructs the administration of justice. And what Gubin did, that's textbook obstruction. Judge Perkins gave him 30 days in Wayne County Jail. But here's the kicker. Gubin never showed up to serve it. For 8 months, he ignored the court order, only came back because he got more tickets. And now, he's about to face the consequences he thought he could avoid. Listen, respect gets respect. Disrespect gets consequences. That's not just court, that's life. If you want to see more cases where people learn this lesson the hard way, hit subscribe. We're building a community of people who understand that actions have consequences. Don't just watch, be part of it. Subscribe now.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Mr. Gubin.
I don't need to hear it. I don't need to hear the blabby blab. Just stop talking to me.
I was just going to ask, did you want to go in a breakout room?
What is a breakout room? I showed all my proof. I showed all the proof. I showed the proof, Mr. Sean Perkins. What is it? Is it my, what is it? My complexion?
Have a good
it's
day,
my
Mr.
complexion, isn't it, buddy?
Have a good day,
Mr. Uneducated Judge.
Have a good day, Mr. Gubin. You keep on talking.
How are you even a judge?
I'm gonna hold you in contempt, okay? And we're gonna give you some jail time, okay?
What a clown.
You done?
Anything else?
Are you
Anything
done?
else, pal?
All right. I'm gonna hold him in contempt. I'm gonna give him 30 days Wayne County Jail. All right.
Right. Okay.
You have an
Expect a huge lawsuit.
you have an absolute right to a hearing.
You will expect a huge lawsuit. I showed you every single proof of documentation that I needed to, and you refused to dismiss my stuff.
Have a great day.
Why is that?
Have a great day. We're not talking anymore, all right? We're done talking.
Yeah, that's what I
30
thought.
days, Wayne County Jail. Right. City of Detroit versus Joshua Rubin, number SP 14114481. Strike that. SP 1411448 counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1669671 counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1669671. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes, good morning, Camilla Barkovic, P78254, appearing on behalf of Mr. Joshua Rubin, who is present.
Good morning, Mr. Gubin. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Joshua Rubin.
Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. I do have an offer here, which is pleading responsible to. Hold on, Mr. Grant. It's pleading responsible to the amended count of limited access 1 to 5 for the speeding, and as charged, I'm thinking of the improper equipment.
That is correct, Judge.
And then other matters are to be dismissed. Is that correct?
That's accurate.
You want to take the deal, Mr. Gubin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you stipulate on behalf of your client to the basis of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for that responsible plea on your client's behalf?
Yes, Judge, I
Will
will.
you stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matters?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to find your client responsible for the amended count of limited access 1 to 5 for the speeding based on that stipulation, and as charged to the improper equipment.
Thank you.
It'll be $125 for the limited access 1 to 5, and $120 for the speeding ticket. I'll waive the warrant fees,
Thank you, Judge.
and he'll pay any reinstatement fees, which I don't see here. Anything further? We're gonna take him into custody.
Well, Judge, I wanted to ask that you respectfully reconsider your position. I reviewed the record of the hearing in question. I understand that my client's conduct may have been considered disruptive and disrespectful by the court. A lot of time has passed since that occurred. That's no justification. But I think it's important for you to know the circumstances under which his actions occurred. So unfortunately, my client was suffering from the flu extremely bad that day. He remained on Zoom for an extended period of time. I'll even attest, I have sat on Zoom for an extended period of time, and oftentimes it becomes extremely frustrating. Obviously, this court moves its docket. This court is very accommodating. But given his illness and given the circumstances, he was not a happy camper. Again, that is no excuse for his actions towards the court. You obviously don't know Mr. Gubin. You probably never will. I've known him for an extended period of time. He is not who this court may think he is. He has always been respectful, diligent in addressing all of his obligations. He's 27 years old. He does not have any significant or substantial criminal history. He's married. He has 2 minor children who are absolutely beautiful. His pride and joy. He owns and operates his own business in Wayne County, specifically a gas station. His wife doesn't work. He's the sole provider for his family. Judge, if you would consider not imposing a jail sentence at this time, and maybe imposing an alternate sanction, which the court has authority to do, such as a fine, or anything else that this court deems appropriate, such as community service, my client will gladly accept that. I do know that he wishes to make a statement directly to this court, and I'll allow him to do that at the present time if the court would permit.
Well, let me say this. I appreciate your argument and your diligence on the behalf of your client. I went over and I reviewed I thought I exercised the utmost restraint in the blatant disrespect that Mr. Gubin. And let's go back to your about the Zoom. And there's always an opportunity for an individual to come in person and sit in the court.
Sure.
So that's sort of like, the court looks at that as sort of like a benefit.
Now let's talk about what's really happening here psychologically. When Gubin's attorney stands up and says, "Your Honor, my client was sick that day. He was frustrated. He's not normally like this." That's a classic defense mechanism called rationalization. Dr. Sigmund Freud identified this over a century ago. When people can't accept responsibility for their actions, they create justifications. I was sick. The system is unfair. It's because of my race. No, wait, it's because of your race. But watch Judge Perkins' response. He doesn't get emotional. He doesn't raise his voice. Instead, he does something brilliant. He recounts every single thing Gubin said and did, point by point, with timestamps. First, he said he sold the truck. Then he said it was stolen at gunpoint. Then he accused me of racial bias. Then he called me uneducated. This is what psychologist Ellis called rational confrontation, forcing someone to face the logical inconsistencies in their own behavior. And here's where it gets fascinating. Gubin's apology. He says, "I apologize. I was completely wrong. Things were just misunderstood." Notice the word misunderstood. That's ego protection. Because now Gubin has nowhere to hide. Look, I know you're watching this and thinking about someone in your life who acts like this. Someone who never takes responsibility. Someone who always has an excuse. If that frustrates you, if you're tired of watching people dodge consequences, then you need to subscribe to this channel, because we analyze these cases to show you exactly how accountability works in the real world. This isn't entertainment, this is education. Subscribe right now, before you forget.
You know, we allow people at work, we allow people at home who are sick. I didn't know he was sick until he mentioned something about being sick in the middle of, toward the end of what, but that's of no consequence of the court. I really don't care about him being sick. His obligation, he could have said, "I'm sick and can we pass this on?" But it was every attempt to the court tries to offer individuals an opportunity to show documentation, which the court doesn't have to do that.
I know.
If he didn't have proper documentation at the time to stop, the court doesn't have to take that extent in dismissing the case because it's bringing proper documentation now. It is the court's view of Mr. Gubin's actions is that Mr. Gubin was trying to deceive and perpetrate a fraud upon the court. Mr. Gubin was given multiple times showing proper documentation. And we take it and we'll look at it on the screen. So he doesn't have to email it. He doesn't have to send it. He sends the first document. It wasn't valid. I said, Mr. Gubin, he indicated to the court that at first he indicated he got the truck, but he sold the truck. That was his first argument about what happened to the document. I said, "Do you have a truck? Do you have a valid document in your name now?" He says, "Yes, I do." Then he emails the court the document, which I'll find in the record and I'll put it in the file. He emails the court a document that shows me this deck sheet of insurance, but that insurance never had a date on it. So I addressed that with Mr. Gubin, and this is all in the record. And I asked him, "Hey, this doesn't have a date." Then he proceeds to show me another document that doesn't have his name on it, anything. And when we brought that up, and then that's when things went further downhill. So I don't think Mr. Gubin's actions had anything to do with him being sick that day. I don't know whether he was sick or not. And again, I don't care at this point whether he was sick or not. I tried to exercise every bit of restraint. Then he further argues with the court and tells me, while he's swearing, that the truck was stolen at gunpoint. That was his other argument. First he says he sold it, then he says it's stolen at gunpoint. Then Ms. Harris tried to step in and try to mediate the thing and calm the situation down. Mr. Gubin was not trying to hear that. And then Mr. Gubin goes all the way and puts race into the argument that it's because his complexion that I am the way I am, and I'm doing him the way he felt I was doing him, which was absolutely not the case. And I still was exercising restraint and not doing anything. He calls me uneducated. He starts to throw names and things like that. So that's why we're here. We're there. Then it's going to be a huge lawsuit, So that's why we're here. Furthermore, this happened in February of 2024, February 29th of 2024. Mr. Gubin had ample opportunity to come to the court and try and rectify or bring it in. Mr. Gubin knew the court imposed a contempt sanction on him before he left the court, and he never did. The only reason he's back in here now is because he got more tickets. I told him to show up in person multiple times before he hired you, Ms. Barkovich, and he disobeyed the court's order. So at this point, the only sanction that I think is going to get to Mr. Gubin is a term of jail time.
Your Honor, may I respond to some of your commentary? I'm not here to quibble with you, but that was something I needed to discuss with Mr. Gubin once I actually became privy to the transcript, the inconsistencies with his representations to the court. I will tell you that I have received information that both statements he made to the court with respect to the vehicle were in fact allegedly true, in the sense that his vehicle was stolen. He apparently has a police report depicting that it in fact was stolen under the circumstances he represented. The vehicle was allegedly then recovered, returned to him, and then he subsequently sold it. So I can understand why the court thinks he attempted to perpetrate a fraud because he advanced seemingly inconsistent statements, but it is my understanding that he has documentation to back both of those points up. I'm not sure if that makes a difference to this court, but if it does, I'd ask for an opportunity to present that to the court. I understand my client made some statements which should not have been made, and he'll acknowledge that. I didn't advance his illness as an excuse, but I mean, we all know as human beings, any time we are not feeling well, we become more jumpy or,
Michigan Court Rule 3.606A defines contempt as behavior in the presence of the court that obstructs the administration of justice or brings the court into disrepute. And Michigan compiled laws 600.1701 gives judges the power to impose up to 93 days in jail for civil contempt. Judge Perkins originally imposed 30 days, but after hearing the attorney's argument and after Gubin's apology, he reduces it to 2 days. Why? Because the goal of contempt sanctions isn't just punishment, it's to vindicate the authority of the court. Judge Perkins made his point. Gubin is going to jail. The message is sent. You can't disrespect the court and walk away. But the judge also shows restraint. 2 days instead of 30. That's not weakness, that's measured justice. And that balance, that's what separates good judges from tyrants. If you've made it this far, you're exactly the kind of person who should be subscribed to this channel. You don't just want drama, you want understanding. You want to know why these things happen and what the law says about it. So here's the deal. If you're not subscribed, you're missing out on daily breakdowns like this. Don't let that happen. Hit the subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds. Do it now.
Less tolerable. So he apologizes sincerely. He has remedied all issues as it relates to his license. He actually has a valid driver's license at the present time. His car's insured, it's registered. I understand that you think a jail sentence is an appropriate sanction. If you are insistent on continuing to maintain that position, which you can do because you're the boss here, Judge, I'd ask that you consider a reduced sanction and give him a week.
All right. I've heard the argument. Y'all let your client speak. If he chooses to, you don't have to if you don't want to.
You would like to, Judge?
I just want to start off with an apology. I apologize for my actions. They were totally uncalled for that day. And I made some terrible misjudgments, and I'm completely wrong for that on my part. And I don't want to try to defend anything I said that day because there's nothing to defend. I was completely wrong.
I can't. I just should have
All
died
right,
like last time I was on.
please, you gotta mute yourself. Go ahead.
I just believe that things were just misunderstood that day, and the documents that I was showing, it was misunderstood, and I lost my cool because I was very sick that day, and it's just a terrible mistake I made, and I regret it deeply. So.
Is that it, sir? This one document, Ms. Barkovich, that there was a deck sheet or part of a deck sheet that he sent me. It had pages 3 or 4. This is the reason why I say he intended to perpetrate a fraud. He could have sent this whole document. We all have insurance policies, and we know what those documents look like. And I have page 3 or 4 here. And I think he intentionally sent me these pages because he knew that if he sent me the pages that we were actually looking for, it would have had the proper data. Secondly, I wasn't misunderstood about anything, sir. I don't know why you were so misunderstood. I thought it was very clear in an effort of what we were trying to do for you. Whether you say it's sickness or anything, I take the uneducated comment as a racial trope. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, we've heard that in the tennis match the other day. The one of the players lost, and she calls the player uneducated. We hear this uneducated toward Black people, it seems like more and more. So that's how I take that as well. So I don't think that I wasn't misunderstood about anything. You turned a simple misdemeanor, no insurance, no registration, or whatever it was, into all of this. And this is the consequence you're going to have to pay for. All right. I believe he was contemptuous. I believe he disrespected the court. I believe he basically was making a mockery of the whole situation. So I don't feel any, I feel you intended to do that. And I don't feel it became because you were sick. Okay. So that's it. I can give you the information that he gave the court on that day as a way, but everything he passed off to the court was either not valid at the time, or we would have given him time to get insurance. We do it constant.
I understand.
All right. All right. So I'll consider the reduction, but I'm not. He's going to go to jail today.
I understand, Judge.
So you can, Ms. Barkovich, I'll pass the matter. You can go ahead about your day. You can zoom back in. I've heard your argument, and I'll make a decision before the day's out on if I'll reduce it.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate the court's consideration.
I'm sorry, Judge, did you say my name?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reduce it to 2 days for your client.
Thank you so much, Judge.
So like I said, it'll probably be out tomorrow. I don't know, but it wasn't. You know, I appreciate your argument on behalf of him, but I don't believe it.
On the record.
No, this is if you I can put it on the record when we get the file. I'll mark it down, but if not, then we'll make sure 2 days gets entered. All right.
Thank you, Judge. He sincerely appreciates that.
I'm sure he does.
I do too. And thank you for your time today.
Well, I really wasn't doing it for him either.
I understand. Thank you.
All right.
Let's bring this home. Legally, Judge Perkins did everything right. He gave Gubin multiple chances to provide valid documentation. When Gubin became disruptive, the judge warned him. When Gubin continued, the judge imposed contempt sanctions. And when Gubin ignored the order for 8 months, the judge enforced it. That's the rule of law in action. But psychologically, this case reveals something deeper about human behavior under pressure. Dr. Leon Festinger's theory of cognitive dissonance explains what happened to Gubin. He was caught in a situation where he knew he didn't have proper documentation, but he didn't want to admit it. So instead of accepting responsibility, his brain created a narrative. The judge is against me. It's because of race. He's uneducated. That narrative protected his ego in the moment, but it destroyed his case and his freedom. And here's the kicker. Even in his apology, Gubin couldn't fully let go of that narrative. He said things were misunderstood. He implied he was a victim of circumstances. Judge Perkins saw through it. And he made sure Gubin understood you turned a simple misdemeanor into all of this, and this is the consequence you're going to have to pay for. 2 days in Wayne County Jail. Not because Gubin didn't have insurance, but because he couldn't control himself in court. That's the lesson. Respect the process, respect the court, or face the consequences. All right, let me be real with you for a second. You just spent 10 minutes watching this case unfold. You saw a man destroy his own life with his mouth. You saw a judge exercise restraint and authority at the same time. And if you're nodding your head right now thinking, yeah, that's exactly what should have happened, then you need to be subscribed to this channel. This is Court Every Day. We don't just watch trials, we decode them, we analyze them, we learn from them. Thanks for watching. Now hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.